Hello and welcome. My name is Treasurov and I invite you to join me on an unforgettable journey. We are about to venture across the globe to witness some of the most breathtaking natural wonders our planet has to offer. From the deepest, most vibrant jungles to the highest, most desolate peaks, we will explore places that have been sculpted by the immense forces of nature over millions of years. These are not just locations on a map, they are living, breathing testaments to the Earth's power and its delicate, intricate beauty. Each of these marvels tells a unique story, a story of creation, of survival, and of interconnectedness. The sheer diversity is astonishing, the vibrant colors of a coral reef, the silent majesty of a snow-capped mountain, the ethereal dance of lights in the polar sky. In these places, one can feel a profound connection to the world, a sense of awe that reminds us of our small but significant place within this grand natural tapestry. It is a spectacle of life in its most raw and magnificent form. As we embark on this exploration, I encourage you to immerse yourself fully in the splendor of these landscapes. Let their beauty wash over you and remind you of the precious world we all share. If you, like me, are moved by the profound wonders of nature, please show your support by liking this video and sharing it with others who appreciate the marvels of our planet. Now, let our journey begin. Our first destination takes us deep into the heart of South America, to a realm of staggering biodiversity and vital importance, the Amazon rainforest. Spanning 9 countries, this immense emerald sea of trees is the largest tropical rainforest on Earth. It is a world teeming with life, much of which remains undiscovered by science. The air here is thick with moisture and the symphony of countless creatures, a constant chorus that speaks to the sheer density of life that thrives beneath its canopy. Here, the trees stand as silent giants, their branches reaching for the sunlight, forming a dense ceiling that shades the forest floor. This canopy is a world unto itself, home to monkeys, sloths, and a dazzling array of birds whose vibrant plumage flashes through the leaves. The Amazon is often called the lungs of the earth, and for good reason. This vast forest inhales enormous amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and exhales the oxygen that we and so many other species depend upon for our very survival. Down below on the forest floor, life continues in the shadows. Jaguars, the elusive apex predators, move with silent grace through the undergrowth, their spotted coats providing perfect camouflage. Countless species of insects, amphibians, and reptiles navigate this complex environment. The forest is a labyrinth of interconnected relationships, where every plant and animal plays a crucial role in the health of the ecosystem. The fall of a single tree can create a gap in the canopy, allowing light to flood in and spark new growth on the ground below. The lifeblood of this great forest is the Amazon River, a colossal waterway that snakes its way through the landscape, fed by thousands of tributaries. Its murky waters are home to an extraordinary diversity of aquatic life, from the gentle giant, the manatee, to the formidable piranha and the mysterious pink river dolphin. The river is not just a source of water, it is a highway for nutrients and a vital artery that sustains the entire basin, shaping the land and the lives of everything within it. The Amazon is more than just a collection of trees and animals. It is a complex living system that regulates climate patterns across the globe. Its health is intrinsically linked to the health of our planet. Its scale is almost beyond comprehension, a vibrant, pulsating heart that supports millions of species. To witness it is to understand the sheer, untamed power of nature and our profound responsibility to protect this irreplaceable treasure for the generations that will follow. We travel now to North America, to the state of Arizona, where the Earth itself has been peeled back to reveal its ancient history. This is the Grand Canyon, a colossal chasm that defies description. It is not merely a valley, but a testament to the relentless power of water and the immense expanse of geological time. Standing on its rim, one is confronted with a landscape of staggering scale and profound silence. A panorama of color and shadow that changes with every passing hour. For nearly 2 billion years, layers of rock have been laid down here, each one a chapter in our planet's story. Then over the past 6 million years, the patient, persistent work of the Colorado River began. The river, appearing as a mere silver thread from the canyon's edge, has sliced through these ancient layers, carving a gorge that is over a mile deep and in places 18 miles wide. The result is a geological masterpiece, a cross-section of Earth's crust that geologists can read like the pages of a book. The colors of the canyon are a spectacle in themselves. Bands of red, orange, purple, and brown streak the cliff faces, each hue representing a different type of rock and a different era in time. As the sun journeys across the sky, these colors transform. At sunrise, the canyon is filled with soft pastels and deep shadows. At sunset, the rocks ignite in fiery shades of crimson and gold, a breathtaking display that seems to set the very stone ablaze. It is a dynamic, ever-changing canvas painted by light. Life here is tenacious. Despite the harsh, arid conditions, plants and animals have adapted to survive in this vertical world. Bighorn sheep navigate the precipitous cliffs with astonishing agility, while the California condor, a magnificent bird with a wingspan of nearly 10 feet, soars on the thermal updrafts rising from the canyon floor. From the pinyon pines clinging to the rim to the hardy cacti on the sun-baked slopes, life has found a way to thrive in this seemingly inhospitable environment. To descend into the Grand Canyon is to travel back in time. With every step downwards, you pass through millions of years of history. The air grows warmer, the sounds of the rim fade, and you enter a world of profound solitude. Down at the bottom, by the roaring rapids of the Colorado River, you can touch the ancient Vishnu schist, some of the oldest exposed rock on the continent. It is a humbling experience, a powerful reminder of the forces that have shaped our world and our own fleeting existence within the vastness of geological time. Our journey now takes us beneath the waves, off the northeastern coast of Australia, to the largest living structure on Earth. The Great Barrier Reef is not a single entity, but a sprawling, complex mosaic of nearly 3,000 individual reefs and 900 islands, stretching for over 1,400 miles. It is so vast that it can be seen from space, yet its true magic lies in the intricate, vibrant world that flourishes just below the surface of the coral sea. This underwater metropolis is built by tiny creatures, coral polyps. Over thousands of years, countless generations of these minuscule animals have built skeletons of calcium carbonate, creating the elaborate structures we see today. These corals are the architects of the reef, providing shelter, food, and breeding grounds for a quarter of all marine species. The diversity of life here is simply staggering, a kaleidoscope of color and movement that rivals the richest rainforests on land. Schools of fish, numbering in the thousands, move as one, their scales flashing in the dappled sunlight that penetrates the clear, warm water. Parrotfish with their powerful beaks graze on the coral itself, playing a vital role in the reef's health. Clownfish nestle safely within the stinging tentacles of anemones, a classic example of symbiosis. Graceful sea turtles glide through the water, ancient mariners on a timeless journey, while giant clams rest on the seafloor, their iridescent mantles exposed. The reef is a place of both breathtaking beauty and high drama. On the outer edges, where the reef drops away into the deep blue, larger predators patrol. Sharks, the apex predators of this domain, cruise the currents with effortless grace, while majestic manta rays, with wingspans of up to 20 feet, perform an underwater ballet as they feed on plankton. Every inhabitant, from the smallest shrimp to the largest whale, is part of a delicate and complex food web. But this vibrant world is fragile. The Great Barrier Reef faces threats from rising sea temperatures, which can cause coral bleaching, a devastating process where the corals expel the colorful algae that live within them, turning them bone white. Pollution and ocean acidification also pose significant dangers. The survival of this underwater Eden depends on our actions. It is a stark reminder that the wonders of our planet, no matter how vast, are not invincible and require our urgent protection. We now travel to the vast, open plains of East Africa, to the Serengeti ecosystem in Tanzania and Kenya. Here we witness one of the most awe-inspiring spectacles in the natural world, the Great Migration. This is not just a journey, it's, well, an epic circular pilgrimage driven by the ancient rhythm of the seasons and the relentless search for fresh grazing and water. It is a drama of life and death on a truly immense scale. The principal actors in this grand procession are the wildebeest, over 1.5 million of them. Their distinctive grunting calls fill the air as they march across the plains. They are joined by hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles, forming a single colossal herd that stretches for miles. This moving river of life is in constant motion, following the rains that bring the grasslands to life. Their journey covers more than 1,000 miles each year, a testament to their instinct and endurance. The migration is fraught with peril. As the herds move, they are relentlessly stalked by predators. Lions, the kings of the savannah, lie in wait, their powerful muscles coiled for the ambush. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals on Earth, use their incredible speed to chase down their prey in a blur of motion. Hyena clans, with their formidable jaws, patrol the edges of the herd, looking for any sign of weakness. For the migrating animals, every moment is a test of vigilance. Perhaps the most dramatic chapter of their journey is the river crossing. The Mara and Grumeti rivers, swollen by rains, become formidable obstacles. The herds gather at the banks, their anxiety palpable, before one brave individual takes the plunge, triggering a chaotic stampede into the water. Here, in the churning muddy depths, another danger lurks. Nile crocodiles, some of the largest reptiles in the world, have been waiting patiently for this moment, launching themselves at the struggling animals in a terrifying display of predatory power. Those that survive the crossing continue their journey, replenishing the plains with their grazing and in turn providing sustenance for the predators that follow. The Great Migration is the lifeblood of the Serengeti. It is a powerful primal force that shapes the entire ecosystem. To witness this endless cycle of movement, of birth and death, of pursuit and escape, is to see the raw, unfiltered essence of life on our planet, a timeless drama that has played out on these plains for millennia. Our journey now takes us to the far northern reaches of our planet, into the heart of the Arctic Circle. Here, during the long dark winter nights, the sky itself comes alive with a celestial performance of breathtaking beauty, the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. It's a phenomenon that has inspired awe and wonder in humanity for centuries, a silent, ethereal dance of light that transforms the heavens into a canvas of moving color. This magical display is born from a cosmic interaction nearly 93 million miles away. The sun constantly sends out a stream of charged particles, known as the solar wind. When this solar wind reaches Earth, our planet's magnetic field funnels these particles towards the polar regions. As they collide with atoms and molecules of gas in our upper atmosphere, primarily oxygen and nitrogen, they release energy in the form of light, creating the aurora. The colors of the aurora are determined by which gas is being excited and at what altitude. The most common color, a luminous, ghostly green, is produced by collisions with oxygen molecules at lower altitudes. Higher altitude oxygen can produce rare, all-red auroras. Collisions with nitrogen can result in beautiful hues of blue, purple, and pink, often seen at the lower edges of the shimmering curtains of light. The result is a palette of colors that seems almost supernatural. The aurora is not static, it's constantly in motion. It can appear as a gentle, diffuse glow on the horizon, or as vast rippling curtains of light that stretch across the entire sky. It can form arcs, spirals, and rays that seem to shoot up from the earth. The lights appear to dance, to pulse, to shift and morph in a display that is both silent and yet profoundly expressive. To stand beneath this celestial ballet is a deeply humbling and spiritual experience, connecting one to the immense forces of the cosmos. For those who live under the auroral oval, these lights are a familiar part of winter. They have been woven into the folklore and mythology of many northern cultures, seen as the spirits of ancestors, celestial bridges, or omens. But for any visitor, they are a powerful reminder of our planet's connection to the wider universe. The Aurora Borealis is a transient masterpiece, a fleeting spectacle that reminds us of the profound and often invisible beauty that surrounds us. From the frigid north, we travel to the high-altitude Altiplano of Bolivia, to a landscape that seems to belong to another world. This is Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. Stretching for over 4,000 square miles, it is a vast, blindingly white expanse of salt crust, so flat that the elevation changes by less than 3 feet across its entire surface. It is the remnant of a prehistoric lake that dried up long ago, leaving behind this incredible natural wonder. For much of the year, the Salar is a barren, hexagonal-patterned desert of salt. The sheer scale of the landscape is disorienting. Under the intense Andean sun, the horizon disappears, and the brilliant white ground blends seamlessly with the deep blue sky. Strange island-like formations such as Isla Incahuasi rise from the salt crust, covered in giant ancient cacti. These islands are the fossilized remains of ancient volcanoes and offer a surreal contrast to the otherwise uniform flatness. The true magic of Salar de Uyuni, however, is revealed during the rainy season, from December to April. A thin layer of water covers the salt flat, transforming it into the world's largest natural mirror. The effect is utterly surreal and profoundly beautiful. The water perfectly reflects the sky above, creating an illusion of infinite space. It becomes impossible to tell where the earth ends and the sky begins. To walk upon the Salar when it is flooded is to feel as though you are walking among the clouds. The sky is both above and below you, a perfect unbroken sphere of blue and white. At sunset, the landscape is painted with impossible colors, fiery oranges, soft pinks, and deep purples, all flawlessly mirrored in the water at your feet. It is an experience that completely alters one's perception of space and reality. At night, the spectacle becomes even more cosmic. With no light pollution and at an altitude of nearly 12,000 feet, the sky is incredibly clear. The Milky Way and countless stars are reflected with stunning clarity in the shallow water, creating the breathtaking illusion of floating through the galaxy itself. Salar de Uyuni is a place of profound tranquility and otherworldly beauty, a landscape that challenges our senses and connects us to the infinite expanse of the universe. Our journey now takes us to southwestern Turkey, to a hillside that appears to be covered in snow or cotton. This is Pamukkale, which translates to Cotton Castle in Turkish. It is a geological marvel, a surreal landscape of brilliant white terraces filled with warm, mineral-rich water. But you know, this is not ice or snow, but travertine, a form of limestone deposited by the hot springs that flow down the mountainside. For thousands of years, water supersaturated with calcium carbonate has emerged from a spring at the top of the cliff. As this hot water, which is about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, flows down the 600-foot-long slope, it cools and releases carbon dioxide. This process causes the calcium carbonate to precipitate and solidify, slowly building up the intricate system of terraced pools, stalactites, and cataracts that we see today. The process is ongoing, with the landscape constantly, albeit slowly, changing. The result is a dreamlike cascade of gleaming white basins, their edges scalloped and petrified. The pools are filled with water of a stunning turquoise hue, creating a breathtaking contrast against the pure white of the travertine. The terraces shimmer in the sunlight, a truly unique and beautiful sight. It is a landscape that looks soft and ethereal, yet it is hard rock, sculpted by the patient work of water over millennia. The thermal waters of Pamukkale have been famous for their healing properties since ancient times. At the top of the white terraces lie the ruins of Hierapolis, an ancient Greco-Roman and Byzantine city. People would travel from all over the Roman Empire to bathe in these sacred pools, believing the mineral-rich waters could cure various ailments. Today, visitors can still bathe in some of the designated pools, connecting with a tradition that is thousands of years old. Walking barefoot on the designated pathways through the warm, shallow water is a unique sensory experience. The petrified cascades and terraced pools create a natural spa of unparalleled beauty. Pamukkale is a delicate environment, and great care is taken to preserve its pristine white appearance. It stands as a stunning example of the beautiful and intricate structures that can be created when geology and water work together in perfect harmony. A natural castle of pure white stone and azure water. We now venture into the heart of the Arabian desert to southern Jordan to explore a landscape of dramatic beauty and epic scale. This is Wadi Rum, also known as the Valley of the Moon. It is a vast protected wilderness of sandstone mountains and red sand, a place that has been shaped by wind and time into a labyrinth of towering cliffs, natural arches and narrow canyons. To enter Wadi Rum is to step into a timeless, silent world of monumental grandeur. The landscape here is dominated by immense sandstone and granite mountains, known as jebels, that rise sheer from the valley floor. Their weathered faces have been sculpted into fantastical shapes, their colors ranging from deep red and orange to soft pink and yellow, changing dramatically with the shifting light of the sun. The desert floor is a sea of fine red sand, interspersed with open plains and hidden valleys, creating a scene of stark, raw beauty. This is not an empty desert. Wadi Rum has been inhabited by humans for thousands of years, and the evidence is etched into the rock itself. Throughout the canyons one can find ancient petroglyphs and inscriptions left by Nabatean, Thamudic and Islamic cultures. These rock carvings depict humans, animals like camels and ibex, and tell the stories of the trade caravans and nomadic peoples who passed through this valley, using it as a vital corridor. Life in Wadi Rum is intrinsically linked to the Bedouin people, nomadic tribes who have called this desert home for centuries. Their deep understanding of this harsh environment allows them to thrive where others would see only desolation. Their hospitality is legendary, and their culture is woven into the fabric of the desert itself. They navigate this vast landscape with an innate knowledge passed down through generations, their black tents a familiar sight against the red sand. As day turns to night, Wadi Rum transforms. The setting sun sets the mountains ablaze with fiery color, casting long, dramatic shadows across the valley. And then, as darkness falls, the sky puts on a celestial show of its own. Far from the lights of any city, the stars here are incredibly bright, and the Milky Way arches across the heavens in a brilliant band of light. The silence is profound, broken only by the whisper of the wind, a silence that allows for deep contemplation in this majestic and ancient land. Our journey takes us to the Pacific, to the Hawaiian island of Kauai, to witness a coastline of almost mythical beauty. This is the Napali Coast, a 17-mile stretch of shoreline that is inaccessible by road. Here, majestic emerald green cliffs known as pali rise thousands of feet from the ocean, their sharp fluted ridges looking like the folds of a giant curtain. It is a landscape that feels primal, untouched, and spectacularly alive. These dramatic cliffs were formed over millions of years by volcanic activity and sculpted by the relentless forces of wind and water. The heavy rainfall that blesses Kauai has carved deep, narrow valleys and created countless waterfalls that cascade down the cliff faces, some plunging directly into the turquoise ocean below. The constant erosion has given the cliffs their distinctive razor-sharp ridges and velvety, moss-covered appearance. The valleys nestled between the cliffs are sanctuaries of lush tropical vegetation. Before Western contact, these valleys were home to thriving Hawaiian communities who lived in harmony with the land, cultivating taro on ancient stone terraces, the remains of which can still be found today. The coast is steeped in history and legend, a sacred place that holds deep cultural significance for the Hawaiian people. It is a living link to the island's past. The only ways to experience the full grandeur of the Napali Coast are from the sea, from the air, or by hiking the challenging Kalalau Trail. By boat, one can appreciate the sheer scale of the cliffs and explore hidden sea caves and secluded, pristine beaches that are otherwise unreachable. From a helicopter, the view is breathtaking, revealing the intricate network of valleys and ridges in all their glory. The trail offers an intimate, arduous, but deeply rewarding journey through this wild paradise. The Napali Coast is a world where the land, the sea, and the sky meet in the most dramatic fashion possible. Dolphins and sea turtles are often seen playing in the coastal waters, and during the winter months, humpback whales migrate here to breed. It is a vibrant, dynamic ecosystem, a testament to the raw, creative power of nature. To see it is to feel as if you have glimpsed a corner of the world as it was at the dawn of time. For our final wonder, we ascend to the highest and coldest realms of our planet, to the world of majestic mountains and colossal glaciers. From the towering peaks of the Himalayas to the jagged spires of the Andes and the icy wilderness of Patagonia, these landscapes represent Earth's raw power and enduring grandeur. They are the planet's water towers, storing vast quantities of fresh water in the form of ice and snow. Mountains are born from the immense tectonic forces that shape our planet's crust. Over millions of years, continental plates collide, forcing the land upwards to create these towering giants. Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, is still growing, pushed ever so slightly higher each year by the collision of the Indian and Eurasian plates. These peaks are monuments to the slow, inexorable power of geology, their silent presence dominating the skyline. In these high-altitude environments we find glaciers, vast rivers of ice that flow slowly but relentlessly downhill, carving and shaping the landscape as they move. They scour out deep U-shaped valleys, create sharp-edged arêtes and pyramidal peaks known as horns. The sheer weight and power of a glacier is immense. To hear the deep groan and crack of a glacier as it moves is to hear the sound of the earth itself being sculpted. These icy worlds, though seemingly barren, are home to remarkably resilient life. The elusive snow leopard stalks the high mountains of Central Asia, its thick coat and large paws perfectly adapted to the cold. Mountain goats and ibex navigate impossibly steep cliffs with breathtaking skill. Even the ice itself can host life, with tiny iceworms and algae that have adapted to this extreme frozen environment. Life, it seems, finds a way even in the most inhospitable corners of our world. But these magnificent icy titans are in retreat. In a warming world, glaciers are melting at an alarming rate, a visible and dramatic indicator of our changing climate. Their retreat threatens not only these unique ecosystems but also the millions of people downstream who depend on their meltwater for survival. These majestic mountains and their glaciers are not just beautiful landscapes. They are a critical part of our planet's system, and their fate is inextricably linked with our own. We have journeyed across the globe, from the depths of the ocean to the highest peaks, and witnessed but a fraction of the Earth's breathtaking natural wonders. These places, the vibrant forest, the ancient canyon, the celestial lights, are not just destinations. They are the very soul of our planet. They are a source of profound inspiration, reminding us of the intricate beauty, the immense power, and the delicate balance of the natural world. They are a testament to what our planet can create when left to the patient artistry of time. Let these spectacular landscapes ignite within you a spirit of adventure and a desire to explore, whether it is in a distant land or in the natural spaces closer to home. Let them fuel your dreams and expand your understanding of the world we inhabit. Most importantly, let them inspire a deep-seated commitment to protect this precious inheritance. The future of these wonders, and indeed of our planet, rests in our hands. We are their custodians, and it is our shared responsibility to ensure they endure for all generations to come. If this journey has captivated your imagination and filled you with the same sense of awe that it gives me, please show your appreciation by liking this video and sharing it with others. By spreading awareness of nature's marvels, we can collectively foster a greater love and respect for our incredible Earth. Thank you for joining me. Continue to explore, to dream, and to protect.